After two terrific performances against the Manchester clubs in the league and some fantastic results to get us through to the quarter-finals of the FA Cup, it's all to play for in the season finale, as we look to climb the table up to the final Europa League spot in the league and to see if we can get our first taste of silverware in this career mode. But of course, if you are enjoying the series so far, please feel free to like and subscribe. And let's get on with it. And get on with it we shall, as we continue our fine momentum, picking up from where we left off in the last episode and beating Leicester City 3-2. But for now though, in what some might consider a pretty favourable draw, we have Leeds United in the quarter-final of the FA Cup. But there's no point in having such a favourable draw if we don't take advantage. Stravilli for Leeds to bring it forward into Alvarez. That's Julian Alvarez, the former Manchester City man, now plying his trade at Leeds United in a strange transfer as Poached wins the ball and then gives it straight away. Leeds on the attack straight away, and Bazunu comes to our rescue. Almost within the opening 6 minutes, we give a goal away. Well, Leeds United have started on absolute fire here, and they are looking to take advantage early doors as they've gone short with a corner into Harrison. Lovely footwork to get away from our captain James Ward-Prowse. Leeds playing this around so nicely. Alvarez and Bazunu again coming to my rescue. What on earth is going on here at St Mary's? We just have not started this game at all. Leeds all over us. Mazzalise picks it up, gives it to Alvarez again. Looks like Leeds have made some decent transfers in this career mode. Maybe that is why they're able to start so quickly. Adams into Christensen, Harrison into Alvarez, and Bazunu again with a big save. Well, we literally just cannot get out of our own half so far. We can barely even get out of our own penalty area. Christensen to Elise. Leeds in desperate search of an opening goal here. Into Harrison. Harrison feeds it back to Elise again. Elise, quick footwork, gives it to Alvarez. Aronson. Leeds just playing this around so nicely, overplaying it slightly, but that is brilliant. Into Elise, and he's just straight offside, but Bazunu again was there. Poached into Onuachu. This is our first real attack of the game. It's a nice ball out to Kalamadine Sulemana. He whips it back in, looking for the header. Dooku couldn't quite find him. Can we keep the ball alive? No, we can't. Dooku into Guendouzi. He's been pretty quiet so far, but he's found James Ward-Prowse, and he's found Kalamadine Sulemana on the left-hand side. Kalamadine Sulemana. We should have shot. I tried to play it across to Onuachu, and it was just one pass too many, and that was a huge opportunity that goes begging. But Kalamadine Sulemana to try and make amends here. Jeremy Dooku finds Carl Walker-Peters. He strikes this time. It's saved by Meslier. Kalamadine Sulemana into Timber, and he makes no mistake. In the 42nd minute of the game, Southampton take the lead. Well, let's call it what it is. We've been absolutely dominated so far in this first half, but Leeds United haven't taken their chances, and my word, we just did. Timber off the post and into the back of the net. Lovely play just in and around the Leeds box, and Timber made no mistake, adding more goals to his game just as I asked him to a previous episode ago. And Adrian DG celebrates. It's 1-0. Sulemana into Timber, who's found himself in acres of space, and that is a beautiful ball through into Jeremy Dooku. He's got the pace to get away from the defence, plays it across, and again we make the wrong decision. We should have shot. We didn't. We passed, and it's another big opportunity that goes begging. Timber has it again, just trying to stretch away from the challenge of Jack Harrison. He's done a really good job, and now Dooku on the right-hand side, going to try and bring the ball forward. Goes inside, looks for a run of Sulemana, finds Sulemana with his left. Good save from the goalkeeper. Guendouzi with the resulting corner. Is going to whip it in, looking for the header, the substitute Liverpool. Can't quite find him. Dooku will nod it back down to Guendouzi. Dooku picks it up again. I'm going to look for an audacious strike here. Dooku balloons it over the bar. Rutter on the left-hand side, presumably on for Jack Harrison. Whips a good ball across, looking for Alvarez. It's Salazar who headed it down, and it seems like we've had much more opportunity this half to stretch away, and Sulemana is just about to do that once again. Sulemana driving into the box. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice, 3 times in fact, and Sulemana puts it into the back of the net to give us a 2-goal cushion. Sulemana finds Alcaraz. Lovely pocket of space that he picked up, and he drives into the box here. Alcaraz keeps going, trying to get past the defender. Just muscled off the ball. We were very close to making it 3 there. Aronson for Leeds. A last chance here for them, but it is not, because the referee blows the whistle, and Southampton Football Club are sailing through into the semi-final of the FA Cup. Well, the board were demanding we reach the round of 16. We've got to the semi-final, and we've avoided Chelsea and Liverpool and got West Ham United in the semi-final. Is luck going to be on our side this season in our quest for silverware? Well, after a series of terrific saves against Leeds, luck was certainly on the side of Bazunu last game. And whilst he's only kept 5 clean sheets this season, with his rating now having gone up to +4 to 79 at 22 years of age, I've got real high hopes for this man that he could potentially become a world-class goalkeeper in this career mode. And with my focus well and truly fixed on the FA Cup, I'm going to decide to sim the next few league games, and it seems like that was a good decision decision as we've gone and beaten Burnley 2-1 away from home, courtesy of goals from Onuachu and Quinton Timber yet again. But unfortunately, in spite of an early Guendouzi goal and a very late Onuachu goal, we suffer our first loss of the episode against Manchester City 3-2. Brighton managed to nick a point against us as we draw 1-1 at St Mary's, and frustratingly we get an injury to our captain James Ward-Prowse, meaning he'll be out for up to 2 weeks, but more importantly, he'll miss that all-important semi-final against West Ham in the FA Cup, and clearly his lack of influence is a big miss as we succumb to another defeat. This time it's 2-1 at home to Everton, and we seem to have hit some bad form just at the wrong time as Spurs go and batter us 4-2 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And with only 5 games left in the league, and with us having dropped down to 10th place and now a whopping 11 points behind Newcastle United in the final Europa League spot, Europe next season could be out of reach with Premier League qualification, and it means it puts even more pressure on what is the biggest game of our season so far. It is time for the semi-final in the FA Cup against West Ham United. And Yilmaz finds himself out wide on the left-hand side, and Kalmadine Sulemana also does into Alcaraz, who's in for James Ward-Prowse, and he forces the goalkeeper into an early stop. Sulemana to take the resulting corner in James Ward-Prowse's absence, and it's a good corner, and it's another big save from the goalkeeper. We have started this game on fire. Guendouzi with the second corner of the game here. It's not as good as the first. It's headed away by the West Ham defenders, but we pick it up once again. Guendouzi with a second bite of the cherry, whips a better ball in this time, looking for Dooku. Can't find him. Livramento into Jeremy Dooku. He's got the footwork and the pace to get away from the West Ham defender. Whips a good ball in, looking for the head of Broja. Belakocha goes all the way over to Ridvan Yilmaz on the left-hand side, who finds a lovely ball into Alcaraz. Alcaraz across to Timber. What was he doing? Again, I made the wrong decision to pass when I should have shot. Livramento picks it up, strikes with his left. It's a tame strike into the arms of the goalkeeper. Livramento into Dooku. Onuachu now. Onuachu looking for the run of Timber. It's a wonderful run. Timber to strike. Timber to put us 1-0 up here inside 20 minutes. Well, I made the mistake earlier of passing when I should have shot, and Timber was not going to make the same mistake twice. Power to strike past the goalkeeper. It has been all Southampton inside the opening 20 minutes, and we take a much-deserved 1-0 lead. Ridvan Yilmaz into Alcaraz, who's picked up a lovely pocket of space. Kalmadine Sulemana into Onuachu. Onuachu's come deep, looking for a ball. He's gone all the way out wide to Livramento, who's found lots of space on the right-hand side. Can he find a decent ball in? It's a decent ball, but we can't get onto it. Guendouzi wins the ball back, though. Livramento has it again. We are all over West Ham, trying to put the final nail in the coffin. Dooku whips it across this time into Sulemana, and yet again, we can't get there. Jared Bowen looks for Kera on the right-hand side. It's Soucek again into Danny Ings. Fancy footwork. Oh, beautiful footwork to get away from Salazar. Just danced around him. Bazunu comes out. Unfortunately, he was alert. Sulemana into Ridvan Yilmaz. Yilmaz looks for Alcaraz in the centre. Nice pass. Alcaraz just holds it up well. Looks for Yilmaz again. Finds him. Yilmaz looking for options. I didn't just want to fling it into the box because I find a lot of the time when I cross the ball, it doesn't go to who I want. Timber picks it up on the edge. Goes for a strike. Balloons it over the bar. Ings for West Ham. West Ham looking to start off this second half far better than they did the first, as Danny Ings tries to whip a ball right over into the path of Traore. Good defending from Livramento. Danny Ings for West Ham. Into Lucas Paqueta. Into Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen with the most tame shot I think I've ever seen on this career mode. Jared Bowen again down the right-hand side. West Ham just starting to get a little bit more control than I would like in this second half, as Danny Ings looks to try and get into the penalty area, but it's a good challenge by Salazar. We can try and launch a counter-attack here. Onuachu goes right the way out right to Jeremy Dooku, and that is taken down beautifully. He's got no options in the box, so he's just going to try and run it himself and strike, and he doesn't need anyone else because Jeremy Dooku gives us a 2-goal lead here at Wembley. While the West Ham fans look on in disbelief, it has been a complete disaster from them, a disaster of a performance. And Dooku, when you give him that much time and space, he will exploit it, and he did yet again. A powerful strike past the goalkeeper gives us a 2-goal cushion. West Ham with a throw inside our half. They've got just about 10 minutes here to try and see if they can get 2 goals to level the scores. But Skovolson, on as a substitute, is hacked down in desperation from West Ham. And we've got a free kick. Gamaka on as a substitute for West Ham as they try and throw all the big boys up. Salazar with a big interception there, as if he didn't make that one, they would have been clean through. Truffert down the line into Gineppo, who's on as a substitute. Gineppo's got options in the box. Can he find any of them? He finds Quinton Timber. He turns. Good block by the defender. Jared Bowen into McAllister for West Ham. Danny Ings with the ball. West Ham now surely are out of time. But Skamaka in the box. and he powers it past Bazunu. And is that a lifeline they so desperately need? Well, surely we are over stoppage time now. Surely that was the last attack of the game, and it was. Well, we made it difficult for ourselves in the end, but we got the job done. Southampton Football Club are sailing through to the final of the FA Cup. Full time here, 2-1. And after beating Chelsea 3-1, it is a final we will be playing against Liverpool in what will be, without doubt, our biggest game of the career mode yet. Before we get to that though, I just want a quick shout out to this man, Quinton Timber. A few episodes ago, I asked him to pick up his goal scoring tally and try and contribute a little bit more this season. And my word, he's listened. He's gone up by 3 ratings into the 80+ rating mark now. And he's got 8 goals to his name, 5 assists in what has been a real breakout campaign for the young Dutchman. And with only 5 games left in the Premier League to play, I'm going to go ahead and sim all of them, as of course our focus has to be on the FA Cup final. And that win against West Ham has clearly been a real shot in the arm for us, as we are back to winning ways in the league. Ridvan Yilmaz, Guendouzi and Djenepo all scoring a 3-0 battering against Fulham. We beat Leeds United in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup, and we've beaten them yet again, this time in the league. 2-1 the final score, courtesy of goals from Kamaldeen Sulemana and Onuachu. And perhaps is this a sign of things to come, as the team we play in the final of the FA Cup only in a few days' time. We play in the Premier League in a high-scoring affair. 3-3 the final score at Anfield. But here we go. The time for talking is over. It is time for the biggest game of this career mode so far. Southampton versus Liverpool in the FA Cup final. Jude Bellingham for Liverpool. A target in real life, clearly a target in FIFA, as he's now a Liverpool player. And he's found Barella. Barella tries to feed in Darwin Núñez. And Núñez got there ahead of my central defender. Bazunu once again was there just when I needed him to, and kept us in the game. Sulemana into James Ward-Prowse, who of course has returned from his injury just in the nick of time. Timber looks for Dooku on the right hand side, couldn't quite find him. Liverpool can now try and go down the line, they do, into Darwin Núñez. Bella-Kotchev's under a bit of pressure here from Darwin Núñez, and oh my word, Darwin Núñez with a horrendous challenge has just taken him out completely from behind. Bella-Kotchev in a heap on the floor, and the referee has had enough. It is a red card for Darwin Núñez inside the opening 15 minutes, and he can have absolutely no complaints. Liverpool down to 10 men. Onuachu comes deep to pick up the ball, and it's Sulemana now on the left hand side. I'm going to try and find a ball infield. I do find a ball infield to Truffert, and we've got to use our extra man to our advantage. We will not get a better opportunity to win a trophy here, as James Ward-Prowse into Onuachu. He managed to bundle his way past the defender, but Alisson was just there in the nick of time. Ver with the throw, looks for James Ward-Prowse, nicely done, into Sulemana. Sulemana now cuts into the box. Sulemana, quick feet trying to get past the defenders. Just took one touch too many. Got another throw here as we look to ramp up the pressure here early doors inside the first 30 minutes of the first half. It's a good ball in, looking for Sulemana, couldn't quite find him. Guendouzi knocks it down really nicely into the path of Truffert. He's going to try and go back. I'm going to look for Guendouzi, couldn't quite find him, but we've managed to wriggle away from Alexander-Arnold into Guendouzi. Guendouzi to strike off the post. Onuachu is there to put it into the back of the net. Liverpool 0, Southampton 1. Well, this is the stuff that dreams are made of. Liverpool go down to 10 men inside the opening 15 minutes, and we have taken control. Onuachu on hand just to pass the ball into an empty net. Great anticipation from him, getting himself ahead of the defender, and he gives us a 1-goal lead, much to Jurgen Klopp's dismay. Bellingham for Liverpool. Barella well intercepted by Timber. Timber's going to try and get there ahead of the defender. That was a dangerous challenge that, to be honest, I probably didn't need to make here. The referee is coming up to me. What is he going to do? And fortunately enough for Timber, he gets away with one there. Well, look at this. Just came steaming in, two-footed, took the player out, and somehow Timber has stayed on the pitch. Barella into Mo Salah. Liverpool desperately searching for a leveller here, and Mo Salah driving into the box. He's got the pace to get away from the defenders, and Bazunu again. This man has been on fire this episode. Comes out quickly, makes the block, and he keeps the scores at 1-0. Drozer on the left-hand side for Liverpool. He's got the pace to get away from Salah, who drives into the box, takes on a shot, but Bazunu is once again there to save us. James Ward-Prowse into Guendouzi. Guendouzi's got options ahead, can't find the right ball to Timber, but we keep it alive into Onuachu. Onuachu to strike. but he drags it wide instead. Well, with just under 10 minutes remaining in this game, Liverpool have got to hope and pray that they can try and get an equaliser, but it is us who are streaking away here into the substitute Alcaraz, who takes a touch, and Alisson is there. That should have put the game to bed. Salazar under a lot of pressure once again from the Liverpool attackers, and he's just playing with fire here. I'm just going to try and boot the ball clear. I do just that eventually, and because of the press, Liverpool have got acres of space that they've left open at the back. It's Jeremy Doku into Alcaraz, and Alcaraz makes no mistake at the second time of asking. He powers a strike past Alisson in stoppage time here at Wembley, and Southampton Football Club have surely now won the FA Cup. Well, it was beautiful play. We beat the Liverpool press, and Doku driving into the box gave it to Alcaraz. Look at that. He just smashed it past Alisson, gave him no chance. It was the touch away from the defender that was beautiful, and Alisson had absolutely no chance whatsoever. Did manage to get his hand to it, but it wasn't enough, and Alcaraz on as a substitute gives us a 2-0 lead. And that is that. The fans are celebrating, the players are celebrating, they run on the pitch in sheer delight. They cannot believe it. For only the second time in Southampton's history, they are FA Cup winners. And so here we go. James Ward-Prowse, our captain, our leader, Southampton legend, who turned down a big money move in the January transfer window, is now going to lift the FA Cup trophy. He made the right decision to stay at Southampton, and my word, what a way to finish off season 2. Our first piece of silverware in this career mode, and hopefully it will be the first of many. And as we finish off the last few games of the season, perhaps there is a little hangover from the FA Cup, as Nottingham Forest beat us 2-1 at home in our very next game. And with Ridvan Yilmaz getting sent off and Onuachu missing a penalty, it means we follow up that loss with another one, 2-1 away from home to Newcastle. And with those results, it means we finished 9th place in the Premier League table. Not exactly where the board wanted us to be, but definite progression from season 1. Of course, Onuachu finishes the season on top goal scorer with 23 goals to his name, 18 of those coming in the Premier League. And Kalmadine Sulemana has well and truly stepped up to the plate this season, up 4 points to 82 and 11 goals to his name, 9 assists as well in a fantastic campaign for him. Scott Olsen in his first season at the club, up 4 points to 82, 11 goals in all competitions for him. And Quinton Timber, the man who I wanted to step up and get more goals to his name, has well and truly done that. 8 goals, 5 assists and up 4 points to 81. New signing Armando Broja hasn't exactly been able to displace Onuachu up front, but having gone up by 3 points to 81 and chipping in with 6 Premier League goals, 8 goals in all competitions, he's had a decent start to his permanent life at Southampton. And Matteo Guendouzi, coming in January, has made his mark. 19 appearances in all competitions, gone up to 85 rated. He is our highest rated player at the club, and I'm hoping for big things from him heading into season 3. But a big shout out has to go to my captain James Ward-Prowse. He was under several transfer offers in January, turned them all down to stay loyal to the club, and he has been repaid, being able to lift the FA Cup, and with 11 assists to his name this season, it has been a fine campaign for him. For us though, lifting the FA Cup was of course the highlight of the season, and looking at our team sheet, every single player now in the starting 11 is above 80, but we still have a lot of work to do if we want to take the squad to this next level. Let me know down in the comments below who you want to see in a Southampton shirt heading into season 3, and hopefully I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.